Yes, but wait until the mobile version updates. Oh hey, welcome to the Void. After a long wait, Zenless Zone Zero finally released, and I had to play it on my phone because the PS5 version takes ages to download. It's still downloading while I'm typing the script. I'll talk about my experiences with the mobile version later, but first, I'd like to give my thoughts on the game itself. Don't worry, I won't spoil any of the story here, so just relax and enjoy the video. 2 words, smooth and addicting. By watching the footage, you can tell I was having a blast at the tutorial stage. The quick action gameplay reminds me of a mix of Withering Waves and Honkai Impact 3rd. Do people still remember that game? Adding a mechanic so attacks allow you to switch characters for a chance of extra damage is super satisfying. Switching just before an attack also gives you a quick parry, which is super addicting. Each action also feels super responsive. I also like how you can use different character styles to find a team that fits your playstyle. I love using Billy's range to get lots of damage to multiple enemies, and then switching to Ambi or Nekomata for more damage. The only problem with the combat is that the more you learn, the more you realize that the enemies don't get more demanding. As you get used to the mechanics, the enemies remain the same difficulty as in the literal tutorial stage. Thinking about it, this release of the game is like a giant tutorial. Now, before you can get into the combat, you have to get through these TV simulation sections that you have to navigate through. There are even small puzzles in these sections. Comment down your opinions because I feel like there is no point to these sections. Just have us choose the commission through the menu, play the story parts, and then the combat sections. That's all you need. A weird detail in the PS5 version is that a mouse cursor will appear on your screen if you move around the touchpad. This doesn't do anything, so I wonder why it's there. I also like how they added sounds coming from your controller. I love when a game does that.
There's one more thing we can try. Reset it!
The main reason people praise this game. I should know, I'm one of them. There are 3 types of cutscenes in this game. 1, the standard static cutscenes that play between other cutscenes in combat. And 2, the comic book style cutscenes that happen in serious moments. And 3, my favorite, the exaggerated CG cutscenes. These cutscenes are incredibly bouncy even with the slightest movement. Even the ultimate attacks have the same level of bounciness. I love it when animators do this. It's so satisfying to watch when you're not playing on mobile.
You'd even abandon your identity as Phaethon to trick me!
No, you're wrong. We aren't giving up our identity. Just our account.
I'm not going to lie to you. I don't recommend playing this game on mobile until it's better optimized because my phone was on fire while playing this. I was playing this on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and let me tell you, 6th Street chugged like no tomorrow. Look at this. There were constant FPS drops throughout battles and loading screens, and there was a lot of noticeable input delay making me not do the actions I wanted. It shouldn't come as a surprise that I had a much smoother experience playing the PS5 version compared to the mobile version. I also can't ignore how this game is 55GB on PS5, and I've heard it's 100GB on PC. Since it's a horrorverse game, each update will make the file size bigger. Update 2.0 will be as big as a Call of Duty release. My main gripe with this game is the big question. Why was this a gacha game in the first place? This game could have been better if the force of the typical gacha mechanics hadn't held it down. Having an unfinished game for the first release and making the fans wait for the next big update for more content is the Hoyoverse standard and it needs to change. That's all I have to say for today. Thanks for joining me in the Void, and I'll be back when I have something new to talk about. Also, for those saying Nicole got nerfed, if you don't want her, that's more of her for me.